Welcome, everybody, to All Stars and Stripes Heroes Connection. This is a group for military veterans, first responders, their families, advocate groups, or anybody who wants to support us or do business-to-business networking with us. I am myself, I'm not a veteran, but I have 3 kids who've served, so 2 who are actively serving. So for the next, I guess it would be 55 minutes, we start each meeting with a moment of silence, and then we have the Pledge of Allegiance, a national anthem video, talk a little bit about what the scuttlebutt.club is and how you can use it to invite members and also to sign up to be a Spotlight speaker. And then everybody will get their 60 seconds to tell us about yourself, your business, and what we would like to know about you so we can get connected with you. And then we will have our hero highlight and our spotlight speaker and end with an inspirational thought and then announcements and reminders. So we'll start with a moment of silence. If you're able to, if you would like to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please let me know if you do not hear it for some reason.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
That was not supposed to happen. Hang on, let's see. Oh, here we go. This is supposed to, oh, this was from Saturday.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Come on. Let's see. Here we go. Hope y'all enjoyed that. The scuttlebutt.club is working now, and it has the Zoom registration link, so you can share that with people. It also has the link to our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel has the meeting agenda. It has a calendar place where you can schedule a one-to-one with me if you want to get some more information about being a Spotlight speaker, or just to have a one-to-one. And then it has the Spotlight speaker form. And I just encourage everyone that when you fill out the Spotlight speaker form, to pick as many dates as possible. If you have filled out a Spotlight speaker form and for some reason you don't see yourself on the schedule that I'm going to show after our Spotlight speaker, let me know so I can look for it and make sure that I get you on there. And now we are going to stop. This is where I turn the meeting over to our co-host, Terry, and also Santa Papa John. Are you able to do our timer? Okay. I love asking Santa Papa John because nobody can get mad at Santa. Like,
Santa can't get mad at us.
All right. But all right, I'll turn it over to you, Terry.
All righty. Well, happy Monday, everyone. And I am going to start with Missy this time. So Missy, what anybody that's new here, just tell us who you are, what you do, and how we can serve you by offering you referrals. There's Missy.
Hi, I'm Missy Newman. I am a bookkeeper. I work with business owners who are great at what they do, but when it comes to the numbers, not so much. I help them to corral their paperwork and get stuff together and take that off of their shoulders so they can do what they were meant to do. And any referrals would be greatly appreciated.
Okay, you still have 29 seconds.
I don't have a lot to say.
Okay, all right. Let's go with Mary.
Hi everyone, actually it's a sunny day in Michigan today. So I don't know about you, but sometimes sitting around with friends, we're talking about summer memories, and some will say that was the best summer we had, or that was the best trip we had. You can keep those memories close at hand at your fingertips, because Tomorrow Forever is having a free virtual event tomorrow night on how to make a photo gift out of your summer memories. Could be a mug, could be a calendar, could be a tabletop panel, wall print. So I will put the link in the chat on how to sign up. Again, it's a free event. If you can't make it live, sign up anyway so you'll get the recording. I'm Mary Gant, your photo coach, because your memories are worth preserving.
Thank you, Mary. Okay, Janet, you want to give us a teaser of what you're going to be discussing today?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Janet Hudson with LifeWave, and we are a technology company that helps people with health and wellness to activate your own stem cells and feel better and look younger. Nothing wrong with either one of those things, right? So I'll tell you a little more, mostly about things you can do naturally when I talk to you today, not necessarily our technology so much, but what can you do for your own health to make yourself healthier? And who am I looking for? I am always looking for people who love health and wellness and also love people. Those are great business partners for us. And then, of course, anybody, who is having issues with their health, whether it be pain or sleep or any of those kinds of issues, I'd love to talk to them. Janet Hudson with LifeWave. Level up your wellness.
Level up your wellness. Okay. And Nancy.
Took me a while to find the unmute button. I'm Nancy Wright. I'm a master certified health coach, but I'm also a soon-to-be brain coach, and that's through Dr. Amen. So I'll be done with that in December. But I help nonprofits, especially veterans. I love veterans because they're in my family, and neurodivergent adults because I have one as well. So I have a lot of training with autism, health coaching with them, and basically what I do is I help it reduce sugar, and now I'm going to help them improve their brain support because there's such a big need for that, as we all know, so that they can show up energized, focused, and have mental clarity. So, who makes a good referral for me? Well, you'll laugh at me, but you'll laugh. But they used to call me the sugar busting fairy. So I was more of a pre-diabetic diabetic coach. I still love that, but I'm really interested in brain coach. I just lost a mother to Alzheimer's, so believe me, it is on my mind. I really want to
Yeah.
help others, especially veterans. What was the question? I'm sorry. Oh, I'm looking at being a Spotllight speaker or whatever you had said. So I would be very interested in doing that. Uh-huh. Chiropractors, masseuse, therapists, they're all really good partners for me. Anybody, nutritionists, dietitians, all that.
Okay,
Thanks
thank
for
you,
having
Nancy.
me.
All right, we're going to go to the amazing men in our group, and I'm going to start with Dennis.
Hello, I'm Dennis Schroeder. I'm a retired Army officer living in Middle Tennessee, just north of Nashville. I run a nonprofit organization called the Price of Freedom Foundation, where we research, compile, write, and tell the complete life stories of those who died while in military service to our nation, or their service is the proximate cause of their death. We've published one book. We're working on 5 others, and I'm going to take the remaining time here to just kind of plug an adjunct that we do every Friday. We have a vet talk meeting, and we have veterans tell their stories. And the video you showed earlier, Angela, was the singer from the Army Band. We had about a year ago a member of the Army Band talk to us, and what most people don't know is you actually have to audition before you can enlist. It's really amazing.
Wow. Hey, thank you, Dennis. Let's go with Santa Papa, last timekeeper.
And I'll even find the unmute button so it'll work this time. Hi guys, how we doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend and happy Father's Day, and thank you for the veterans. Thank you for your service. Hey, I'm Santa Papa John, and we'll do a quick jaunt down. I create happy, joyful, positive videos for Santa Papa John. I'm doing cookbooks, I'm doing coloring books, and I've got t-shirts. And yes, we even got t-shirts for our veterans. I've got a fundraiser going that I will donate $5 for every t-shirt that I sell for my veterans group of the month to that veteran group. But the Warriors Beacon of Hope is a wonderful website that I'm developing to create a list of services and scholarships and meetings for our veterans, because we all know how important communication is for our wonderful veterans, and they don't sometimes they have a hard time finding different services and stuff. So let's help them out. Santa Papa John.
Thank you. All right, let's go with Ruben.
Hello, everybody. Welcome here, and looking forward to hearing from Janet. Janet is my upline with Sendot cards, guys. She is dynamite, and I still use that to communicate with all of my constituents, whether they're customers of mine, other veterans that retired, etc. It's a great, great tool. I put a plus on it, though. I create the artwork in front. They have some options as far as they do. But then I use ChatGPT to do the framing to specifically address their needs. And then I add the dynamic QR code to this system. This goes out every month. Birthdays, anniversaries, and all, to keep in contact with people. If you want to know more about it, I'll put a link in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben. Let's go with Mike.
Hey there. Well, that's what I do. See you later. Okay, as a speaking coach, I ought to say something. As veterans, we have lots of stories to tell, and sometimes we have exciting stories with boring details. And for some reason, we as veterans love the boring details, which is fine to sit around and tell stories. When it comes to promoting a business, a lot of people get hung up on the details that really don't resonate with an audience. They get hung up on the facts and the figures, and they're leaving out the most important part of their messaging, which is the stories. Because public speaking is nothing more than a story time for grown-ups. Now, I've learned in this journey that I am the second greatest public speaker in the whole world, and everybody else is tied for first. Everybody I meet, I'm just so good at this, I don't need to learn. If you're one of the few people willing to join me at the bottom and being the second best speaker, willing to acknowledge you got more to learn, I'm speaking at 2 events next week. The registration links are in the chat. and let's learn from each other. I want world
Thanks.
peace for all the children.
Thank you, Mike. Let's go with Kurt.
Hello, everybody. I put in the chat a Zoom link where you can come on with Santa here. Santa Papa John runs another networking opportunity, and we go live stream. That's what it's all about with us. We like to create videos, live stream. I'm a podcaster. So we have talk shows sitting there ready and waiting for you to come on to share, like you are right here, who you are, what you do, your products, services, your business journey, and any other personal quips you want to share, even skeletons in your closet. We have a lot of fun, folks. Come and do it with us. It's an exercise where I say I want to make sure that I'm having everybody that I know get to know you. How about that? And the format that we do is we go out on LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, X Spaces, and on, and it's really easy. You come on Zoom like you are right here. So let's do it together, folks. Let's tell your story.
Thank you, Kurt. Okay, let's go with Greg.
Greg Boone here with Boone's Farm. We help realtors improve their sleep, reduce their stress, and boost their productivity, enabling them to become game changers in their industry. And we achieve this by leveraging a few of the products found in our dispensary that have personally helped me improve my sleep. If you know anyone who is a realtor that struggles with sleep, needs to reduce their stress, or just needs to boost their productivity, feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave my information in the chat. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Greg. Okay, let's go with Michael.
Hi there, everybody. Hey, Michael here, and I'm an independent Legal Shield and ID Shield associate, and I provide small businesses and nonprofits and anybody else in between with affordable legal plans and ID theft protection plans. Everybody can use our services. Anybody and anybody can use our services. So if you know anybody that, a small business, nonprofit, that could use our services, I could most definitely appreciate your referrals. Y'all have a great day. Nice to be here.
Thank you, Michael. Let's go with Joel.
Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I do want to apologize for coming late, and I have to leave early, so I do apologize about that. Joel Hulk, our company, Empower Impact Solution, we're doing many, many things. The two things that I'm focusing on is one, helping charities with our $0 donation program. How does it work? It's much easier to ask for $0 than to ask for $100. And our charities really need money. $0 will do them no good, but we put a system together to help them to raise money for one-time donation and reoccurring donations without asking from nobody for check. Beside that, we're helping individuals, we're helping families, and we're helping businesses to save on the health insurance costs. We are able to reduce it anywhere between 30 to 50% of what they're paying right now. So this is definitely leaving a lot of money on the table for them.
Great. Thank you, Joel. Joel, do we have a one-to-one set up after this meeting?
Could be.
I was looking at my calendar going,
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Are you still available?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you send me the link? I'm sorry, guys. I just have to figure out what's happening here. So, all right, let's go with Angela.
Oh, hey, everybody. My name of my business is Starship Solutions because I have several different things that I can do that I like to help people and businesses to get control of their financial future and their financial destiny and their legacy to pass down to the next generation. And I do that through free credit repair consultations. I do offer legal shield services, and I can also do employee benefits for if someone has a small business. And But the main thing that I do is teach people financial education through WealthWave and the How Money Works books. And what I love to do is meet with people, show you what I do, and then find out who you know that I could possibly help. And it may be your children, it may be yourself, it may be a neighbor or family member. And we have a 3-step process, which I can tell you about when we meet. Thank you.
Great. Hi, everyone. My name is Terry Moore, and I am a coach, speaker, and an author. And so I help individuals think about this. What would it feel like to go through a day that you had no self-doubt, you had no self-esteem issues, you didn't beat yourself up, and you learned to love yourself more in the mirror at a loud and proud 10? Well, that's what I do. I help you overcome all that from your past of things that's been holding you back, possibly from people or circumstances. And I help you reclaim your voice. I help you walk through forgiveness stages, vision stages, self-esteem issues. And my goal as a coach at the end of our coaching program is to get you to a loud and proud 10, staring back in the mirror. And why is that? Because you need to become your best friend, because you're going to be with that person 365 days a year, 7 days a week, till death do you part. So if you know of anyone that is needing help getting unstuck in their personal life or business life, I would love to help. Just reach out to me. My information's in the chat, and I do offer a 45-minute free consultation. So thank you. Back to you, Miss Fearless Leader.
More like fearless servant. I'm here to serve. All right, let me share my screen here. Everybody did great with their
time
business briefs brief. And move us on to the next here. Today, our hero highlight is Janet and Bob Hudson. Janet's also our Spotlight speaker today. Janet, do you want to include this, just add time to your presentation and jump right in?
That'll be fine. Absolutely. I'll talk a little bit about this picture and when I do my
figure, I know I've seen your presentation before, and I know that you have some pictures that are far better. But Janet and Bob and I have known each other. A lot of us have known Janet and Bob for quite a while. Janet, she started out as a nurse anesthetist. Did I say that right?
You did. Good job.
And found entrepreneurship and LifeWave and all the things that she's doing now to help people through send out cards and helping people also with their health and wellness. So, and Janet and Bob are both, like I say about Natalie, y'all are walking billboards that are a testimonial for your business. So, I will turn it over to you. Let me stop sharing my screen so you can share.
Okay.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you just got through traveling, so.
Yes, I apologize for being gone so much. I was taking a course on neurolinguistics programming practitioner and traveling. It's like, oh my gosh, I've been so busy. I know somewhere here it tells me I can start the, why do I not see it? Ah, there it is. Because I haven't done it in a while. That's what. There we go. It should be coming up any second. Can you all see that?
Yeah, Santa Papa John, can you put like 17 minutes on the timer? So she can kind of keep track.
Awesome. Well, today I want to share with you all, just like I said, some things that you can do for yourself to keep your health up. That doesn't necessarily have anything to do with our products, but I do focus a lot on what you can do to help your stem cells. And just to tell you a little bit about my journey, how I went from really sickness to wellness. As a nurse, I went to Desert Storm. That picture you saw earlier was my husband and I returning back home after about 8 months in Desert Storm. And while we were there, we were exposed to a lot of things like the burning oil fields. We were injected with a lot of things from the military, like experimental anthrax vaccine. And when I came back home, I developed a lot of autoimmune issues, all kinds of really weird symptoms, lots of chronic pain, inflammation, sleep problems, colon issues. I eventually had colon cancer. And all these things I tried to treat with health and wellness products or health and wellness things versus medication. The medications they wanted to put me on, because my deal was dealing with drugs, right, with doing anesthesia. I knew what they did to me. I didn't want to take any of them. So I really tried to do things like massage, acupuncture, chiropractic, supplements, those kinds of things to help my wellness. And some of them helped along the way, but none of them really took all of it away. So let's talk a little bit today about a healthy lifestyle, because everybody can have this. You don't really need a whole lot of extra things involved in it. And we're going to talk about stem cells. We're going to talk about what you eat and what you drink and how you supplement, and also really about how you're exercising. Sleep probably is the most underrated thing in your life, but it's the most important thing in your health. So we'll talk about that, and then I'll wrap it up. So traditional versus holistic. Really, the thing about holistic is more personal care. It's really trying to minimize side effects on what we're doing for people and just treating the person, not treating the illness, which is what I love as a nurse, to be able to do that with people. It's more patient focused rather than symptom focused. And I am not bashing the medical system. I was part of it for 42 years. But we're really trained to focus on the symptoms and how we can help fix things versus what's causing the issues and how do we fix that. So a little bit about who I am. I am a wife and a mom, and we have been married, and it'll actually be 45 years in July, so next month. And we have 2 adult children, Jessica and Tyler. The favorite thing I like to say, which they hate when I say it, but it's so true. I think they're brilliant children because, number one, they're self-sustaining adults. We are not supporting them in any way. And also, number 2, they've never been to jail. So therefore, they're brilliant children. That's my stance on it anyway. I served about 13 years in the Air Force, and like I told you, was in Desert Storm for about 8 months. And I already told you about my nursing career. So there you go. Here's a couple pictures. These 2 top ones are actually from Desert Storm. Bob worked on the A-10 Warthog planes, and he worked electronics on those. So that's actually, there's a Warthog plane behind us. And then he also did some logistics things during that tour. And for some reason, when the base commander asked, would your wife go on Good Morning America? He said yes for me before he asked me, which probably is not the best thing to do. And then the bottom picture is more recently. We just got back from Oregon, where this is Bob here to the left, and then next to him is Elisa, who is my son Tyler's love. They are domestic partners. If you live out in Oregon, they do plan to get married at some point. But she just graduated. That's why we were out there with her doctorate in nurse anesthesia. So we always have lots to talk about. We drive the family crazy because we're always talking anesthesia. And then next to Tyler is our daughter, Jessica, who lives in Charleston, and she's an accountant. So what are stem cells? Well, basically, they are your master cells that can become differentiated into any cell in your body. So it is so important that you have healthy stem cells. But the problem is, as you age, your stem cell production goes down. By the time you're 30, you have about half functioning stem cells. And by the time you're my age at 66, you have squat. So that's when we found this technology. This patch technology was so helpful because it started to produce stem cells back into your body without drugs, just with technology, so that we could be healthier through activating stem cells. Water, food. Why is that so important? Well, I'm going to tell you about a couple things. Intermittent fasting for some people is really a very effective way to maintain your weight, to help your insulin resistance, and also just to get better concentration, better sleep. It really is effective for a lot of people. I always tell people, if you have a lot of medical issues, talk to your doctor before you intermittent fast, because occasionally there's some things that don't work well with that. The 80-20 rule on your eating. there's a picture there of vegetables that people a lot of times don't generally like to eat because they do one thing, they could form gas, things like Brussels sprouts and broccoli and cauliflower. Those carnivorous vegetables are really important. They do so many good things for your body. And if you eat them regularly, you don't have gas. If you eat them every now and then, you probably will. So eat more and you'll have less gas. The 80-20 thing, okay, I have to admit, when we were out in Portland, I was pretty much 100, no sugar, no flour, no processed food for the last 9 months. We've been on this journey to really reverse our insulin resistance. But when we were out in Portland, I was probably 50-50. So when you're on vacation, sometimes the 80-20 rule goes out, but you get the picture. You want to try to eat as healthy as you can. So how much water do we really need? You'll hear all kinds of things. And really the best way to remember is half your body weight in ounces is the best rule of thumb. And even if you're drinking that much water, so if you're 150 pounds, 75 ounces of water a day, if you're drinking that much water, but your cells aren't retaining the water, the main reason for that is all our water is so processed, all the minerals have been stripped. So how do you put minerals back in? You can get mineral drops. You can also put just a few little flakes of Celtic sea salt in your water once or twice a day, and that will really help you maintain the water into your cells where it belongs. So if you feel thirsty, this statement here, if you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated, that's not really true. You may feel thirsty for lots of different reasons. Some people have an autoimmune disease that makes them thirsty all the time. Some people are on medications that make them thirsty all the time. But really getting at least 8 ounces of water is important to do. All right, to supplement or not to supplement, that is the question. Well, I'm just going to tell you that there's a few things you can do for your health that are really good for your stem cell health. And one is vitamin C. Taking a couple thousand milligrams of vitamin C today really helps your stem cells in how they differentiate into the right things. Omega-3 fatty acids, again, something that's really good for stem cells. And curcumin, which is a turmeric. And that, again, is very good for stem cell health, but also for inflammation. So if you're looking to decrease pain and inflammation, just being on the supplement curcumin might help that to some degree. And then the last but not least on this slide is vitamin D. Vitamin D has lots of benefits, and you can read them here. I'm not going to go through and read them all to you, but our country as a whole has a huge deficit of vitamin D. And if you have those things, you might have aches and pains that you don't need to have. You might be overweight when you don't need to be. So all these issues that people might be dealing with might just be a deficiency in vitamin D. So if your doctor is not testing you for that, ask them to test you for that. But they're getting pretty good about testing everybody. And then next, this has nothing to do with stem cells, but this is something I like to tell everybody about because not a lot of people know about vitamin K2. Now, vitamin K is something that would thicken blood. If you're on a blood thinner and you need a procedure, they'll give you a vitamin K. Vitamin K2 is different. This one helps bones and teeth be stronger because it takes the calcium out of your bloodstream and puts it back into your bones and teeth. So how does that help prevent plaque? Well, I know we've been told forever, as long as I can remember, that cholesterol causes heart disease. Well, cholesterol technically is not causing heart disease. It's cholesterol plus calcium forms plaque in your vessels. That's what causes heart disease. So if you can keep the cholesterol in a fairly normal range, but not much higher than what they say is normal, and you can keep the calcium where it belongs, your chances of having issues are very slim. So for example, for me, I have high cholesterol. It's familiar. I've had it my whole life. I run in the 300s most of the time. And since I've been on the LifeWave products, I've run like 240 to 260. And when I get all excited, I'm like, oh, that's a great number. And they're like, and only you would say that's a great number. Well, I know it's a good number because 15 years ago, 300 was a normal cholesterol level. Now it's like 160. So why is that? And I have to say that's big pharma. I'm going to get on my soapbox. They want you to be on a statin because statins make lots of money, and then you're on them for the rest of your life, and they're really a very damaging medication. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not telling you to come off your statin. I'm just saying there are other ways to treat your high cholesterol. Pickleball, anyone? You got to move it or you lose it. If you're not moving, you're resting. And I have so many people who, as they get older, go, okay, Janet, I used to be a football player, or I used to play tennis all the time, and I just can't do those things anymore. And as you age, you may not be able to do what you could do as a young adult, but you can do something. You can walk, you can swim. Today, this morning, I did water aerobics. You can do yoga. You can do anything. Maybe you like to garden, so it doesn't have to be like a set exercise. You might just like to be outside and get some gardening. Then you're getting some vitamin D and you're getting some exercise. And then also talking about sleep. Like I said, it is really the most underrated. And you notice the pictures that I have there? I have so many people complain about their sleep. When I worked in the operating room, these technicians would come in and tell me how bad they slept. And I'm like, do you have animals in bed with you? And they'd all be, yeah. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but that's your fault. Animals do not belong in your bed. They're going to interrupt your sleep constantly. So that's just one of my little suggestions. But really what you want is a regular sleep schedule. Like I'm going to go to bed around 10 or whatever time works for you. I want to calm the environment before I go to sleep. So that means, darn it, I have to get off of my cell phone or my computer 1 to 2 hours before you're ready to go to bed. Read a book, talk to your family, have some interaction, play a game with somebody, but you want to not have that blue light on you. And then you want to avoid caffeine. I personally can't take caffeine after noontime or I have trouble sleeping. And you also want to make sure you're not eating anything heavy before bedtime. They say 7 to 9 hours is really optimum. And I can tell you, since I've been using that technology and I sleep more like 7 hours to 7.5 hours a night, I do definitely feel better. So to wrap it up, everything I talked about, food, water, exercise, intermittent fasting, supplementation, sleep, will make the stem cells that you have in your body actually be healthier and can even potentially increase their number if you're exercising in the right ways. So you have the ability to help your own stem cells that you have left in your body. But like I said, sometimes you don't have very many depending on your age. And that's the reason why we show signs of aging more that you see on the outside. Like if you haven't seen a family member for maybe 5 or 10 years and then you see them and you're like, oh, and they're maybe in their 70s now. You're like, okay, they're definitely aging. That's because the collagen and the stem cells are decreasing. So even doing all the right things that I could do, like all these things I talked about, and massage and chiropractor and lots of prayer, I still really had a lot of chronic pain and inflammation and sleep issues and colon issues. So when I heard about this technology, I thought, well, if it really boosts my stem cell activity by raising a copper peptide, and I'm thinking to myself, copper peptides, stem cells, that's the wave of medicine in the future. And this technology is doing it without taking a pill or an injection. I'm like, this is amazing. So for us, it's worked really well. And for so many people, we've helped all around the world. And that one patch is called X39. We do have other patches in our arsenal, but this one raises the copper peptide called GHK. And they've known for 50 plus years that this is the copper peptide that makes stem cells, that floods the system with collagen at the cellular level, and also resets about 4,000 plus genes to a healthier state. So who doesn't want to feel better on the inside and also look younger on the outside because you're getting the collagen you need and you're also elevating that copper peptide to make more stem cells. Oops. These are the kind of benefits that you can see using our technology patch. And I can tell you I've had improvements in all these things, especially not having, being able to recover from anything new that I do. When we were in Portland, we went to this place called Silver Falls. It's an 8-mile trek and you see 11 waterfalls. Well, we did it 7 years ago and it about killed me. I had to get a massage the next day. I was so miserable. And we did it last week and Bob and I are like, I can't believe we were so miserable 7 years ago and we both felt great. So those are the things that are happening. You have increased stamina and you're not getting the soreness out of exercise. One other thing I want to tell you that came out today, this is a powder formula. It is an energy drink mix without caffeine, without sugar. It's all natural. I'm not going to go through the ingredients. I don't have time. We can definitely have a one-to-one and I'll let you know about it, or I can send you information. But it enhances what our patches and what they do. It also increases cardiovascular health and your brain, and increases muscle strength because there's all kinds of amino acids in this. And it also improves your skin because collagen and elastin is the most important abundant thing in your body to improve that. And that the things that are in that will increase your collagen and elastin. So, and also remember I was talking about how we keep that water in our cells where it needs to be. And that that is maintaining the water in the cell. The cellularized morning formula will actually help do that. And it also increases your mitochondrial number and function, which is your energy source of your cells. And that's why this is an amazing energy drink without all the junk in it that are in most energy drinks like Monster Drink, etc. So aging is not lost youth. It is a stage of opportunity and strength. And what's your next adventure? Thank you, guys.
That timing was absolutely perfect.
Yes.
It was like the way the music.
Did it go away? Yeah, let me stop share. There we go.
That was great. Thank you
There
so
you are.
much, Janet.
Sure.
Definitely a lot to take in there. And I highly
Yes,
encourage everybody to try the patches and reach out to Janet, have a one-to-one, and everybody here needs to have one-to-ones with one another.
Absolutely. I'd love to talk to everybody.
Yes. All right. Let me share my screen again. Can y'all see? Here we go. All right. So for our next upcoming Spotlight speakers, next week will be Mary, and then the following week will be Terry, and then me. But you see, we have quite a few openings coming up now. I need to make more work of getting some Spotlight speakers lined up. Reach out to me, let me know, pick more than one date in case somebody picks that date ahead of you. And our inspirational thought is, if people haven't laughed at your dreams, then you aren't dreaming big enough. Just keep pushing forward. Any announcements or testimonials?
If it pleases the court.
Yes. Yeah. Any announcements I'm gonna stop share so we can all see each other. Thank y'all for coming and hope to see everybody next week. What, Mike, did you have? Go ahead.
Yes, I had, let me just copying again. I mentioned it briefly before, worth plugging one more time. I'll be speaking at 2 different events next week. One is the Magnetic Micro Marketing Summit. It's an all-day event, different people with marketing. It's a great publicist, how to get good PR for what you're doing. But of course, at 2:40 Eastern time, I'm speaking about speaking and targeting your direct audience. That's on the 24th. And then 2 days later is my event, which is my monthly event, Storytelling for Solopreneurs. I'd appreciate it if registered now. And then you'll get the reminder email sent, and I'll see you when it comes next week.
All right, Terry, I see your hand up.
Yes, this is for all the ladies here. I am excited because the workshop that I was doing last week did not happen due to some unforeseen circumstances, but it's rescheduled July 10th. Well, ladies, write this down save the date, because this 1 hour workshop is going to be, well, it's not a workshop, it's an empowerment class. It's called Courage to Sparkle, Living the Life That Lights You Up. And for just a $20 entry fee, you will be eligible for a door prize drawing of a vacation, courtesy of Timothy Joseph, who's not here today. It's going to be from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. and you will have an opportunity to win a vacation of your choice of 115 destinations. And for a 3 to 7 day, it's a value of almost $2,400. And you bring friends to this class, you get more tickets. And so we're excited about that. You stay on camera, you get more tickets. So reach out to me personally. I'll put my information in the chat real quick. And then you can you can text me and let me know if you're interested or not, and I will get you some more information.
All right. Thank you, Terry. And do we have any other networking meetings coming up that y'all like to share that you can recommend? Or okay.
I can recommend one for Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay. At what time?
It'd be 1 Central, it'd be 2 Eastern, and I'm the captain for the meeting. It's for the Happy Neighborhood Project, where I met Santa Papa John and Nancy and others here. So I'll put the link in the chat. It's on Go Brunch.
Yeah, put that in the chat and connect there. All right. Yeah. And if y'all ever know of any good networking meetings, be sure to share them here and also let them know about us as well. I don't want people to think that this is only for veterans, because it's for anybody who wants to support and network with our veterans. So anybody have any big wins this last week?
I'm sharing something in the chat from 9 days ago. Santa Papa John and Nancy were on with my wife Sue for a veteran telethon event. I put the YouTube in the chat. It's like a Where's Waldo? You know, where's John? Where's Nancy? Okay. So there you go. Have fun.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, I got promoted with WealthWave, so really happy about that. I'm still in a learning process, but it was a huge step for me. So
congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
What will you be doing?
My test for neurolinguistics practitioner, so I was very excited.
Hey, great. I love these kind of wins. All right. Well, we are finished up a little early, but y'all are welcome to hang out and visit for a little bit. Wave goodbye. I'm going to stop our recording. Well, if I can find it. There we go.